The lives of celebrities can go from lavish wealth and million-dollar paychecks to complete ruin. Today, you'll see 10 stars who once made a fortune at the height of their fame, but mismanaged their money, lost it all, and even ended up homeless on the streets. Actress and model Pamela Anderson first rose to fame as a Playboy playmate in 1990, appearing on the magazine's cover multiple times and quickly becoming an international sex symbol. Her popularity opened the door to numerous projects, including film roles and her iconic character on Baywatch, where she reportedly earned $300,000 per episode. But behind the glamorous image, Pamela carried a troubled past. She had been a victim of various forms of abuse since childhood, which left her battling long-term depression. As her career skyrocketed, she spent just as fast as she earned, buying lavish homes and investing in real estate projects that ultimately failed. On top of that, tax evasion issues took a massive toll on her finances. Costly marriages and divorces, riddled with attorney fees and legal disputes, only made matters worse. After years of ups and downs, Pamela's net worth is estimated to have plummeted from $70 million to around $5 million, forcing her to reinvent herself to avoid complete financial collapse. Also known as the diva who had it all but lost everything, Whitney Houston remains a music icon and a trailblazer who paved the way for countless pop stars, especially Black artists. Discovered at just 20, she went on to become the most awarded female artist in history, selling over 400 million records worldwide. Her tours grossed more than $30 million, and she signed record-breaking $100 million contracts. But behind the success, Whitney battled an abusive marriage and a long struggle with drugs and alcohol, a fight that, according to documentaries, began as early as age 14. She also suffered from alcohol-related anorexia, severe anxiety, and depression, especially after her divorce. Years of substance abuse took a toll on her health, leading to heart disease and even changing the power and tone of her legendary voice. As a result, major contracts were canceled, and much of her fortune was lost. By February 2012, the month of her tragic death, Whitney was still trying to make a comeback. Instead, she was found lifeless in a hotel bathtub at just 48 years old, leaving behind an estate of only $20 million. Amy Winehouse, known for her powerful voice, was a singer and songwriter behind some of the biggest hits of the 2000s. Her rise to international stardom came with the release of Back to Black, propelled by the song Rehab, which dominated charts in 2006. The album went on to become the best-selling record in the world in 2007, earning her critical acclaim, multiple awards, and a fortune. Over the course of her career, she sold more than 40 million records. But behind the success, Amy's personal life was in turmoil. Her toxic relationship with Blake Fielder Civil, who struggled with addiction himself and is often blamed for introducing her to drugs, fueled a downward spiral. Her struggles with substance use, eating disorders, and erratic public behavior, including stumbling, slurred performances, were heavily covered by the media. Though she sought treatment for her addictions, her battle proved overwhelming. In July 2011, at just 27 years old, Amy Winehouse was found dead at her home in London after consuming a lethal amount of alcohol while in withdrawal. She had been experiencing seizures, and a respiratory arrest ended her life, cementing her place in the tragic 27 Club. Britney Spears needs no introduction. The pop phenomenon of the early 2000s skyrocketed to global fame with her first two albums, both certified diamond for their massive sales. But with meteoric success came the dark side of fame. In the years that followed, Britney became relentless tabloid fodder, with the press exploiting everything from her relationships to her most vulnerable moments, including the infamous 2007 breakdown when she shaved her head. Things worsened under a court-ordered conservatorship controlled by her father, Jamie Spears. For over a decade, he held power over her multi-million-dollar fortune, career, and even her most basic personal choices. During that time, despite generating millions through tours and a Las Vegas residency, Britney had only limited access to her own money and repeatedly spoke out about the abuse she endured. It was the hashtag Free Britney movement that brought global attention to her plight, sparking public outrage and mounting pressure. After years of legal battles, Britney finally won her freedom, ending one of the most shocking and publicized conservatorships in modern entertainment history. Lindsay Lohan began her career as a child actress and quickly rose to fame, becoming one of Hollywood's most promising faces in the 2000s. Her talent shined in films like The Parent Trap, which launched her into stardom, and especially Mean Girls, the cult classic that cemented her image as a leading actress of her generation. For a while, Lindsay seemed destined for greatness, but fame soon spiraled into a series of public struggles. She faced multiple arrests for driving under the influence, battled substance abuse, and cycled in and out of rehab. Frequent delays and erratic behavior on film sets damaged her credibility, and eventually Hollywood turned its back on her. Her career fell into decline, making her a cautionary tale of how early stardom can take a heavy toll. In time, Lindsay sought stability away from the spotlight, even moving abroad to start fresh. Then, in 2021, she surprised fans by announcing her return with Netflix projects, showing resilience, newfound maturity, and a chance to rewrite her story. Much like Lindsay Lohan, Amanda Bynes was once one of Hollywood's brightest young stars of the 2000s. A Nickelodeon favorite, she shined in teen comedies like She's the Man, winning over both audiences and critics. But her promising career was soon overshadowed by a string of scandals that defined her adult life. Amanda battled severe mental health issues, openly sharing her struggles with depression, schizophrenia, substance abuse, and bipolar disorder. She was arrested multiple times for DUIs, possession, and even small fires. Online, she became notorious for erratic tweets and shocking public statements, further fueling her downfall. As her instability grew, her career came to a halt, and her finances collapsed, with reports of mounting debts. In 2013, she was placed under a conservatorship and spent years away from the spotlight. Recently, however, Amanda has been focusing on treatment and working toward a more stable, private life, far from the media frenzy that once defined her. One star whose story underscores the importance of mental health is Lonnie Willison, a fitness model who graced countless magazine covers in the 2000s and was once seen as the picture of health and beauty. She was married to actor Jeremy Jackson, and from the outside, their life looked perfect. But behind closed doors, Jeremy was involved with even serving jail time, and their marriage was marked by substance abuse, heavy drinking, and domestic violence. When the relationship ended in a messy divorce, Lonnie was already struggling. Burdened with debt and battling emotional instability, she suffered a breakdown that cost her everything: her job, her home, and her car. While Jeremy moved forward with his career, Lonnie slipped further into despair, eventually living on the streets. To avoid unwanted attention, she deliberately let go of her appearance, making herself unrecognizable. Rejecting offers of help from friends, she remains homeless to this day, battling drug addiction. When confronted by the media, she insists she prefers living this way, even if it means surviving off scraps from the trash. Mexican actress Alejandra Procuna, best known internationally for her role as the villain Brenda Ramos in the telenovela Mariela del Barrio, rose to fame in the early 90s and quickly became a staple in Televisa productions. For over 2 decades, she starred in a steady stream of successful soap operas, but by 2016, opportunities had begun to dry up. When Televisa faced a financial crisis, Alejandra's long-standing contract was cut in 2017, leaving her unemployed after 25 years with the network. Speaking to the magazine TV Notice, she said confidently, "I'm not going to starve," and she meant it. Using her savings, she bought 3 cars and started working as an Uber driver, where fans would often recognize her and excitedly ask for photos. Despite the setback, her resilience paid off. By 2023, Alejandra had made her comeback, landing new roles in television series and soap operas, proving she could reinvent herself and keep moving forward. Fantasia Barrino rose to fame in 2004 after winning the 3rd season of American Idol. Her debut album, Free Yourself, sold millions of copies and cemented her reputation as a powerhouse vocalist. But behind the scenes, her life was filled with turmoil. Raised in financial hardship and lacking proper guidance, Fantasia placed her trust in the wrong people and soon faced serious money troubles. Mismanagement left her with massive debts and over $1 million in unpaid taxes, which nearly cost her home when it went into foreclosure. Her turbulent relationships also made headlines, most notably in 2010 when she was involved in a scandal with a married man. That same year, she reached a breaking point and attempted suicide, leaving many to believe she had hit rock bottom. Though her career dimmed in the spotlight for a while, Fantasia never gave up. In 2023, she was celebrated for her critically acclaimed role in the musical film The Color Purple, proving her resilience and reminding the world of her extraordinary talent. Discovered at just 14, Kate Moss revolutionized the modeling industry and has been regarded as a global fashion icon from the 90s to today. She became the face of major campaigns for brands like Vogue and Calvin Klein, securing her place as one of the most influential models in history. But with fame came controversy. Her struggles with drugs and alcohol dominated headlines, splashing across tabloids and costing her millions as she lost lucrative contracts with major brands like Chanel and H&M. The scandal escalated in 2005 when photos of her using cocaine surfaced, tied to her tumultuous relationship with musician Pete Doherty, who was frequently in trouble with the law and openly indulged in narcotics. Despite the chaos, Kate managed to rebuild her image and reinvent herself, eventually becoming a successful businesswoman while still maintaining her legendary status in fashion. Ellen DeGeneres, comedian and talk show host, started her career in stand-up comedy, touring the country before breaking into television. She went on to achieve massive success as the host of The Ellen DeGeneres Show, where she interviewed countless celebrities. Ellen also made history as the only person to have hosted the Oscars, 2007 and 2014, the Emmys, and the Grammys. She even served as a reality show judge and became the highest-paid personality on American television, earning an estimated $84 million a year. But in 2020, her image took a sharp downturn when staff members and colleagues accused her of cruelty and fostering a toxic work environment, with claims that serious misconduct was ignored behind the scenes. At the time, her net worth was around $370 million, so the financial hit was minimal. However, when her show ended following the investigations, the damage to her reputation was irreversible. Many fans felt that, in her final years on TV, Ellen's presence had shifted from lighthearted and funny to harsh and unkind, forever changing how she's remembered in the industry. Courtney Love made her mark in the 90s as the front woman of the band Hole, but she's just as well known for her relationship with Nirvana's Kurt Cobain, which cemented her place as one of rock's most controversial figures. After Cobain's tragic death in 1994, Courtney became the subject of endless suspicion and conspiracy theories. Her music and acting career were soon overshadowed by scandal. Arrests, public outbursts, and legal battles kept her constantly in the headlines. Financially, she faced millions in debt, owing money to lawyers, rehab centers, and even credit cards, at one point racking up $300,000 in unpaid bills. On top of that, she was entangled in lawsuits over copyright issues and accusations of mismanaging Cobain's estate. Despite the chaos Courtney Love has endured, she remains a polarizing figure, simultaneously admired and despised, but undeniably an icon of rock's wild, self-destructive edge. Do you think fame comes at too high a price? What would you do differently? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button.